Hi and welcome to this video series of VRops. Today I want to go through custom groups. Custom groups are important as policies are assigned to these groups. You can group to categorize your objects, and the system collects data from these groups of objects. You would use groups to reflect what you're doing in the business, such as hierarchical BU structures, marketing service for example, or say Richard test boxes. You can then use these results which can be displayed as dashboards and views. There are two types of groups. There's a static group and a dynamic group. Dynamic groups can be very useful if you want to assign them to particular workloads, such as machines that may have, say, I don't know, more than 8 gig of memory. Any machines that contain that or above a certain threshold of latency, they'll automatically be added to that group. So when you create a custom group object, you need to assign a group type. You must assign this when you create a policy. So let's do this in the order in which I feel is the best way to create these groups. So let's start off and we'll create our group type. So log into your VRops manager, head over to administration and configure group types. So I'm going to create a group type called blue wire test machines, so we can group our criteria into this. So now we have our group type created, we can then head over to the environment and click on custom groups, and we can click add and then a name for our new group. So I like to start with underscore so I can keep my groups together. So I'm going to create a custom group called web servers, and this is where I was discussing the group types. So we'll select our group type that we did earlier, so blue wire test machines, and policy this must be assigned to. So I'm going to assign this to the vSphere Solutions default policy. We have the option here to keep the group membership up to date. This checks every 20 minutes, so any other machines or any objects which meet these criteria will be automatically added to this group. So the object type that matches this, so we're going to be searching for virtual machine objects, so you can just start typing that in and we have that. So under the adapter here we've got virtual machine. So in our case we're looking for machines, say object name which contains the name web. You get a list here, but I mean if you click anywhere in the white space we can get away from that. Yeah, ensure you click preview to see what comes up. So here's a list of all our web servers which I'm happy with. If you want to exclude particular clusters, you can scroll down. I mean you can include certain adapters and areas if you wish, but I mean if you wanted to exclude certain data centers, we can expand the objects to always exclude and then just click OK, and here's our custom group. So now we have our custom group. We can click on this. It takes us over to the environment where we can see our criteria here listed with just 2 virtual machines. So now we have a group of machines that we can look at alerts on metrics or even capacity. So that's groups. I hope it's useful. They can be very useful for organising your workloads, business units, changing criterias and adjusting thresholds. So have a little play around with it. It's very useful in VRops 8.1. Thank you.